So, hi everyone, we are back another into so my today topic is concepts and my just name is Maya. So, hi Maya, how are you?
Hey there.
Okay, so what does the
Sounds like
term?
you've got some creative things going on. I'm curious.
Okay, so
Wait,
what
what
does
about the
the
water? Did something happen with it?
okay, so what does
Yeah. What kind of
the
news did you come
term
across?
conscious means?
Sorry, I'm not following what background conscious means here. Can you say that again or explain what you're getting at?
What does the term conscious means?
I'm still a little unclear. Are you asking about what promise consciousness means? I'm not sure what that is.
So, what does the term consciousness means?
Ah, you're asking what consciousness means in general. That's a big question. Basically, it's the state of being aware of yourself, your surroundings, your thoughts. You know you're here. You can think and feel. You're not just nothing. Kind of mysterious when you really think about it. Is that you were wondering about?
Okay, so how does consciousness different from awareness?
Good question. People use those terms interchangeably, but there's a subtle difference. Awareness is simpler, like noticing you're hot or that there's music playing. Consciousness is deeper. It's not just registering something, but understanding that you're knowing you know. Does that make sense?
Also, why is consciousness considered a defining feature of human?
That's something a lot of people have thought about. So, consciousness being our defining human feature is a pretty common idea, but it's actually debated a lot. Some argue language or creativity or even just our capacity for grief. Consciousness itself might exist in other animals too. It's just harder to say whether their experience of it is the same as ours. What do you think?
Also, why is consciousness? How did early humans demonstrate their basic forms of awareness?
Um, I'm not totally sure what you were saying there. Could you rephrase that for me? Yeah. It sounded like you were asking about early humans and consciousness, but I want to make sure I understood.
How did early humans demonstrate basic forms of awareness?
Oh, early humans and basic awareness, yeah, they definitely had it. So, even without the kind of self-awareness we have now, they'd show awareness through reacting to danger, cooperating on hunts, remembering where food sources were. Simple things like flinching from a predator or remembering what plants were safe to eat. That shows they were observing their environment and responding to it. That basic awareness was probably key to their survival, honestly.
What role did survival instinct play in the development of consciousness?
Mm. I'm picking up a little static. Were you asking about how survival instinct helped develop consciousness?
Yes.
If so, yeah, there's a pretty strong link there. When you're trying to survive, even simple awareness helps. The instinct to avoid predators, to find food or shelter, those are all linked to being aware of the world around you. Over time, maybe that basic awareness built into something more complex as humans had to adapt and solve problems to survive.
Okay, so how did sensory preparation contribute to early awareness?
Sensory preparation, meaning how early humans used their senses, right? So our senses were obviously crucial. Being able to see danger, hear where animals were, smell food or smoke, all of that was direct awareness of the world around them. The more attuned someone was to their environment through those senses, the better their chances of surviving. It's pretty much fundamental to survival, honestly.
Okay, so how why is self-awareness considered to higher level of consciousness?
Right. Self awareness goes beyond just reacting to the world. It's when you become aware of yourself as separate from everything else, that you have thoughts and feelings, and that you can reflect on your own existence. Self awareness lets you think about the past, plan for the future. It's where concepts like regret or hope come from. So it adds a whole new layer to consciousness.
Okay, so how many languages have influenced the evolution of consciousness?
The evolutional development and a non the men in the sons of clothes. The Eber does say married. Some linguists argue that the structure of a language actually affects how we think. Certain languages might encourage specific ways of paying attention to the world or thinking about time, which could influence how consciousness works. It's still debated, but the idea is that language isn't just a way of expressing thoughts, it can actually shape them.
Okay, how does learning shapes conscious experience?
Okay, you're asking how learning shapes our subjective experiences? Good question. I'm not entirely sure what you said after process. Did you mean experiences or something else?
How did social interaction affect the growth of awareness?
Social interaction played a huge role. Early humans lived in groups, right? So understanding the intentions of others, knowing who to trust, who to cooperate with, who to avoid, that needed awareness of other minds. You had to understand what others were thinking and feeling just to navigate social situations. That probably really pushed the development of more complex awareness.
Why is empathy considered as an aspect of advanced consciousness?
MVC, do you mean metacognition? That's thinking about thinking, basically, having awareness of your own mental processes. It's considered a marker of advanced consciousness because it's not just being aware of the world, it's being aware that you are aware and reflecting on. So, thinking about your own thoughts, biases, or knowledge, like knowing how you best learn or understanding your own strengths and weaknesses, that shows a pretty high level of self awareness.
Okay,
Hey
so
there.
why is empathy considered aspects? How did tool making influence human cognitive development?
I'm hearing some parts of that are unclear. Were you asking about how tool making influenced human development? Maybe MBJ? Can you clarify what MBJ stands for or what you meant there?
So, what role did culture play in shaping consciousness?
Nah, I'm not following that. Were you asking about how culture shaped consciousness? You said snapping princesses, which doesn't quite make sense in this context.
How did storytelling contribute to collective awareness?
Ooh, storytelling. Yeah, that's huge. Storytelling passed down survival skills, histories, morals. It built up shared knowledge within a group. When people tell stories about ancestors or what's considered good behavior, everyone learns from those experiences indirectly and carries them forward. It's collective learning that builds on shared beliefs and understandings that form group identity.
So, why is the ability of reflect and one thought important?
Sorry, like I caught some static in there. Could you say that again? Are you asking about empathy?
Okay, so we meet after a little bit of break to take care and Allah.
What was that?
Okay, so how did early behave system shape human awareness?
I'm not following. Are you asking about how early humans behaved with awareness?
Yes.
Right. So, early. I'm picking up a little static. You mentioned shaking something. What were you thinking about there?
What role did ritual and religion play in expanding consciousness?
I'm not catching what you were saying clearly. I think there might be some static on the line. Could you try that again?
How did imagination relate to conscious thought?
Imagination to what was the second part of that question? It cut out a bit on my end.
How did
You still
human
there?
how did
Oh,
human
I couldn't quite.
different from animal consciousness?
Wait, are you asking about take your time, no rush?
Can consciousness exist without language explain?
I'm hearing consciousness and language exchange. Is that right? So you're asking if consciousness can exist without language?
Can consciousness exist without language explain?
Yeah, absolutely. So plenty of animals show complex awareness and emotions without using language the way humans do. Dogs understand their humans, feel joy, grief, and fear, but they don't need words to experience those.
So okay guys, here is our interview with AI. So take care and Allah Hafiz Pakistan.